It's got its neck out. Yeah, on, get on your bike.
Before we get started, I'd like to point out that 2 days before this I went to the driving range and hit 100 golf balls. And out of those 100 golf balls, I didn't hit one ball that was as bad as this, or this. And here we are on my favourite tee off because there's such wide open spaces. Can hardly miss this fairway, yet somehow I always do. I'm off to the left, and short today is hitting into the wind, and I decide to just lay up with that one, just get back on the fairway. You'd think I'd go for the green, but I didn't. My trusty 5-iron this shot, pretty much on target, but there's one tree just to the right there of the green. You can sort of see the flag there in the distance, and I hit the tree and bounced back a bit, so it wouldn't have been a bad shot. I probably might have ended up on the edge of the green otherwise. Tough chip this one, and somehow I've fluked this one to get really close. If I played this shot another 100 times I probably wouldn't get that close again. So it looks like a gimme putt. It's what, a couple of foot, and I somehow miss it. And this looks like a gimme putt, and I actually get that one. So on to the second hole, and the first of the really terrible tee shots. You can see there I pulled that one straight to the left through the trees somehow, miss-hit that one, hit the tree again. Now I've completely miss-hit that one as well. It's gone through the tree, got down to the bottom of the hill, rolled down there. And just when I think things couldn't get any worse, I go and play this one and it dribbles into the water. So at this stage I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to have to rename this video to Breaking 60. So I didn't video the next shot. I retrieved the ball from the water, had a pitch shot over the water and cleared the water, but landed on the right side of the green. We take up the position again at ground level, putting from just off the green. This one slopes a lot, and I didn't give it anywhere enough power. Always have trouble reading this green. It does slope quite strongly, and the putt's not too bad. Gives me a nice little tap in straight uphill with no break on that one, so fairly easy to read. Third tee off, tricky tee off, especially when I'm playing bad. This one I managed to hit okay. You always end up on the right hand side here, even if you hit straight, because it slopes down there. So this is an 8-iron in, and I mishit it slightly, and it ended up short and to the right of the green. So pretty tough, tight lie there, and a fast green, always faster than it looks. Probably about 3 metres faster, and you can see there I've gone over the back. So I've tried to chip on the edge thinking it would roll further, but I didn't have enough momentum. And somehow I managed to get the putt in. Happy with my effort there. So on to the par 5 on the shorter tee off for the par 5, and I've completely mishit another tee off. You can see there the divot straight in front of the tee, so I've hit the ball straight into the ground. Now here's my 24-degree fairway wood again. I thought I'd give it another go. And though I've hit it better than last time, it skewed off to the right and did slice a little. Almost went out of bounds. So I'm just chipping to get back onto the fairway. Here's where things get a little interesting. Here's my first attempt over the water. And for some reason, I do this every single time. This one actually was really bad because it skewed off. I shanked it, skewed off, skimmed across, and it's really fast on the other side of the water there. Went out of bounds. So I immediately grab another ball and have another attempt at it. And I've hit it as sweet as I possibly could. And it's landed right next to the hole and sat with a little bit of backspin, a little bit of check. And landed, as you can see, right next to the hole, because that is a downhill lie there, so to get it to pull up next to the pin there, is, again, if I tried to do that another 100 times, I probably would never get that close again. So nice little tap in putt. This is the par 3, always a hard one for me to get a good angle on here because it's downhill and I leave all my equipment down the bottom of the hill when I walk up there. So this one I ended up a little bit to the right of the green, so it's almost pin high. Really, really fast green, this one. So my thoughts are just to get the ball, I'm on the fringe there, so I'm thinking just get the ball on the green and it will roll. And as you see here, it gets onto the green, but only just, and it just stops dead. So this time I'm thinking, and you can see here, I'm actually a few meters from the cup here, from the hole, and I just give this a tap. You can see, and it just flies past, and it's actually gathering momentum as it goes past the camera there. So I've got about another 3 meter putt coming back. This is the one that I always read a break into, and it was dead straight. This is another par 3 on the back-to-back par 3s. Now I had trouble with the camera again here, and I can tell you, as it comes up here, the tee shot was short of the hole and all short of the green, so I chipped on and 2-putted. This tee shot here, out of bounds to the right, as is the case with pretty much every hole at Mangrove. But you can't retrieve the ball there. You can see there's a fence and works going there. So that's a pretty handy one. That's a 5-iron second shot. Now I know I can reach the green in 2 on this particular hole, and that, when I first hit that, I thought that was the worst chip shot I had played all day. It probably went about 2 meters further left than I intended it to, but the ball rolled down perfectly into a little valley, and this gave me a fairly straightforward putt. Not much break here at all. If there's any, there's a little bit right to left. So I was hoping to get this putt, and I managed to sink it right in the middle of the hole. That was close. I'm only a couple of meters away from that one, and I almost stood on it. Hang on. Yeah, it's got its neck out. Get on your bike. Keep going. Okay, so this is another par 3, 5-iron, and I've pushed this one to the right and I've hit a tree, but not too bad. I'm on the fairway and I've got a lot of green to play with here. I've probably got about a 30 to 40 metre shot onto the green, and I was really happy with that one. I thought I was closer than what I was. Ended up being a fairly longish putt, which I read this one to be with a break of left to right, so not real confident with the read, and as you can see, it actually broke the other way. So completely misread that, but perfectly pin height, I've got to say. So the length of the putt was perfect. Gave me a shot for 4 here. Excuse me if I'm puffing, but it's a from the 6th hole up to the 9th, it's all uphill and quite steep. So I'm coming to the 9th tee off now, trying to get my breath back, and I'm on 44. Pin is right in the middle on the 9th, so I'm still a shot after a really bad start. Still a good chance of breaking 50 here. So I'm hoping for a good tee off, and again another horror tee off. So I've hit that again straight into the ground. So there's something seriously wrong with my swing there. Got my trusty 8-iron out. Now it's a bit tricky there. You can see a flag to the right, but that's not the one I'm going for. The one I'm going for is directly where I hit it, which is directly over those trees. Now I went and checked and there was a pitch mark on the green, so it's hit the green and rolled back off. So it was a pretty good second shot. That one unfortunately curled away. So this one is a tricky putt. I know it's going to break left to right quite severely, and ideally you probably want to hit this a fair bit above the hole, because as you can see here, it actually trails off quite a lot at the end. So you can probably hit this one even a foot higher, further to the left than you think. But this gives me a nice easy tap in, and I get a final score of 49. Somehow, after a terrible start, I came good and broke 50 in the end. At one stage thinking I wasn't even going to break 60.